Jack Smith.
Apes. Apes. You damn dirty apes. This is your internet buddy, Jack Smith. And it's been a while since I made a video because I have nothing to say. Right? And I still have nothing to say, but I'm making a video anyway. Because I realized that I really don't ever have anything particular to say. But since the last video, there's like not really a lot has gone on. Fighting over the tax cuts, maybe gonna be tax cuts. Goddamn rhinos in Congress are totally fucking us over. It seems like Congress has two camps. The people who don't understand the economy and are proud of it, and the people who don't understand the economy but pretend they do. What's so hard about fucking tax cuts? You just cut the goddamn taxes, right? But half of these fucking Republicans are of the how do we pay for the tax cuts type of socialist mindset. When Jack Smith cuts his prices to give a customer a break, Jack Smith does not ask himself, how am I going to pay for this price cut? I simply have to be more efficient in other ways until I make the money back. That's supply side thinking. That's capitalist thinking. It's not like, oh, I'm going to have to fuck other people in other ways to pay for the price cuts. No, it's I'm going to have to get my shit together and be better, right? Ayn Rand would be proud of me, for fuck's sake. So anyway, what the fuck has been going on? Hollywood is fucking itself, baby. All these dudes who I don't know, I guess they they grew up in the 60s and the 70s, mostly in the 70s, right? Jack Smith grew up in the fucking 70s, you fuckers! And in the 70s, you had shows like Laugh-In and Sonny and Cher and Benny Hill, and you had movies in the 70s. It was really movies from the 60s were popular, What's New Pussycat and shit like that. James Bond. You had Sean Connery out there fucking everything in sight wearing a tuxedo. When I was a kid, I thought that being an adult was gonna be you can just walk down the street and see somebody and be like, hey, you're kind of cute. Let's go hit the sack and have casual sex together, right? Maybe we'll smoke a little weed and have sex. Maybe we'll have an orgy, right? When Jack Smith was a kid, there was a place in Manhattan called Plato's Retreat, which was a sex club for straight people. I mean, I'm sure it was mostly dudes, but in the 70s, I think women were under the they were taken in by the romantic idea that people could have sex and it wasn't some kind of bartering deal. Um, Jack Smith actually went to a party. Tangentially, Jack Smith actually went to a party in the place where Plato's retreat was, or one of the Plato's retreats was. Jack Smith walks in. It was when I was in the film industry, right? When Jack Smith was in the film industry, he went to many fabulous parties. One of these parties was in this awesome place, which I later found out was one of the locales of Plato's retreat. And, you know, it's like you go into a big giant building in Manhattan, you take an elevator up, it opens to this crazy place. You walk in, there's like swimming pools and shit, right? And of course, people were taking off their clothes and everything, but not Jack Smith because I was modest. Plus, I had business I had to do. But anyway, so you get these guys in Hollywood who grew up in the 70s thinking that, you know, sex was going to be good. And then the 80s come around, that, you know, that point where they're actually setting foot in the adult world. And in the 80s, it was like, you know, all the gay people dying of AIDS. Straight people could supposedly get AIDS, so everybody was scared. And, you know, you couldn't just have sex with anybody. There was no free love. It was not a groovy love fest. But if you had a lot of money, you could fuck whoever you wanted. So then these Hollywood guys, you know, they struggle. They finally get some money. And guess what? You can't fuck anybody you want, you know, because there's other dudes out there who also have money, who are good looking, or, you know, famous and good looking and rich. And they are the ones who get to fuck everybody they want. If you look like Louis C.K. or Harvey Weinstein, you still don't get to fuck whoever you want. So you have to, like, you know, you're just doing anything you can to, like, try and inspire someone to have sex with you. Meanwhile, you've got some wife who, like, hates your guts and shit, just so you could have some companionship. So you do this, like, I don't know where they came up with the idea of, well, I'll just pull down my pants and masturbate in front of her, and maybe she'll be so inspired by seeing this ugly guy masturbating that she will, like, you know, offer herself in some way. I guess because they figure if they saw an ugly girl masturbating in front of them, they would offer themselves to her to help her finish the job. Naively thinking that men and women are the same. So, yeah, so these guys are all, these fucking jerk-offs are getting all exposed, and it's hilarious because they are all the, I mean, in the most recent election, people were very vocal, and all these masturbators were like the most vocal people, the most anti-MAGA motherfuckers out there. Total goddamn socialist, propagandist, anti-Trump, anti-American fuckers. So it's funny. So that's funny. Other than that bit of, like, commentary, Jack Smith doesn't have shit to say. I was gonna wait until the fucking stock market crashed and then make another video saying I hope you guys all went long on VXX and what else am I in? UVixie. UVXY, I think is the ticker symbol. Because I want to make my apes some money. If I can make you people some money, you still won't get laid, right? So don't be thinking that, when the VIX blows up and you cash in, you're going to be able to like have free love, because you're not. There's no such thing as free love. Which made me think the other day, right? Jack Smith has a lot of peers who have children, right? A lot of my friends have kids, and I never talk to them about kids because Jack Smith doesn't have kids, so I don't fucking venture there. But like, how do you tell your kid that everything is a lie, right? That, the whole follow your dreams, things are good, life is worth it, all that stuff. How do you tell your kid that that's a fucking lie? That everything is a goddamn lie, right? Like, how do you not tell them? Because, I mean, Jack Smith had good parents, right? They felt it was their duty not to scare the shit out of me about the world. They kind of eased me into it, right? But Jack Smith, I mean, I would be a shitty fucking parent. I'd either be too nice or too mean. So thank God I did not reproduce. Because all these guys who grew up in the 70s like Jack Smith, who are suddenly realizing that everything is a lie. I mean, now they know everything is a lie. Back when they were jerking off in front of people, they still had hope, right? Because when you're ignorant, you have hope. So yeah, how do you tell the kid that, How do you tell the kid? I don't know about little girls, because Jack Smith was never a little girl. Jack Smith was a little boy. And as a little boy, I wanted to fuck everything in sight, even before I knew what fucking was. But grammar school, I want to fuck all my fucking teachers. These kids nowadays, they actually get to fuck their teachers. So maybe everything isn't a lie to these kids, because they do get to fuck their teachers in like 8th grade and 7th grade, which is the only thing Jack Smith wanted to do. My math teacher, Mrs. Kraft, holy shit, she was fucking beautiful. She was like Bella Hadid, right? Except short and giant boobs, but just beautiful. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, when is the fucking market gonna crash? I do not know. Maybe today is the day. The futures are down, right? The futures have been down like for the past 4 days, but then the market struggles back up. I'm making some money, but I want to make some serious fucking money. Okay? And I hope you do too, apes. All right, so this is Jack Smith saying like, go be a little contrarian with this market, because shit's gonna hit the fan, people. And you're my apes.
Jack Smith.